I am here in my home, which I very rarely do a type of interview, intimate setting is in my home, but this is special and unique because I believe in this young man and his family, which I've known for a long time. Your dad and your mom.
Thank you.
I've done business with them. They're great people. They're in the entertainment field. Great camera people, great people just in general. They're part of the ECBC, the East Coast Blues Competition, as you are. And to have you here in my home really touches my heart because it's going to talk about a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, but also talk about your new business.
Yeah.
So introduce yourself.
Thank you, by the way. I appreciate this so much. I mean, this is awesome. I mean, I've been here, we did a lot of meetings here,
yes.
But, for you to, really take the time out and really get specific and invite me over here, like, that means a lot to me. I really appreciate it.
Tom, it's my pleasure.
So far.
It's my pleasure because you're a hustler that works hard and has a vision and a goal and a dream. So tell everybody exactly what the name of your business is, your full name, and why we're here.
Okay, guys, my name is Bruno, Creative Energy Media. You see me on my show, The Entrepreneur, on YouTube. All new shows just got started. I started this company not more than a month ago, and it's actually seeing a lot of success quickly. I really jumped into this, and I think I seen an opportunity and I went for it. What we are is a marketing company. I've been in marketing for a number of years, and it's just been. I've always had that. There's a hustle mentality.
You always had a drive. You got a lot of ideas up here. Since I've known you, you got so many ideas, and you're very, very driven. But it's basically about entrepreneurism, right?
Yeah, it's about the creating of something, and I think that's what drives me the most. It's not money as a motivator. It's not. I mean, there's legacy to it, but it's the building.
The Zoe, my little doggy, is that a motivator?
That's the motivator. Is that the guard?
That's the guard dog. It's one of the guard dogs. We got two of them there. That's one of them. So basically, your vision with your partner, which I'm going to introduce in a minute, has a vision. It's not about, because if you work hard in life, really stay focused, you have a dream, you have a passion, and you really, really go for that dream, eventually you'll get there.
Yeah.
Not in the time frame that we want in our own flesh, our own human, like I want to be there tomorrow.
But it was that easy.
If it was that easy, right. Life is a roller coaster, ups and downs. But your concept and your idea with your partner is fundamentally meeting people and talking to people that have some type of respect and success in life.
Yes.
And how do you measure success? Is it about money? Is it about happiness? My uncle told me a long time ago, Don, and success is not how much money you have or what you have, is what a man or a woman, what makes you happy inside.
Yeah.
There are men who flip burgers for a living. There are men and women who do custodial work, but they're so happy within. That to me is success of happiness.
And then also you got people crazy rich, insane money, and miserable. And
miserable.
Yes.
So the point of me bringing you into my home is because I want people to know, really fundamentally, when you hit ground level, when life and things in life get in the way, and you know what I'm saying. Now, I lost my cousin, a young man, Michael, from drugs, heroin. And there's an epidemic going around this country with drugs. And I go to schools and talk about anti-bullying and I talk about anti-drugs. And we want to be brutally honest because we're talking about certain things in life. Your life has been a roller coaster, to say it gently. And you've been and have gotten into trouble. But the reason why we're here is because you're out, you're doing a vision and a dream and a goal, and and I'm so proud of you and supporting you, and that's why we're here. Tell us a little bit about the background and what you got mixed up in, and why and how you turned your life around to be right here, sitting right here and explaining to your viewers that if you got a goal and a passion and a vision and a dream, go for it.
I'm so glad you went there. No, because I think it's important.
Yes.
I really respect what you do, but all right, if you really want to get into it, and I love the fact, because like, how can a kid from Mastic with a background like me, you know, obviously it's not a secret, you know, I got in trouble growing up, I got into the wrong things,
Right.
drugs, addiction, you know, a lot of things in life that would really, you know, deter a lot of people, and there are so many people still in the position that I was in,
True.
and they're stuck, and you know,
That's why, Dom, that's why we're sitting here.
yes. And even,
Good.
you know, let's be honest, you know, I've had my stints in prison and jail, and I've had my, you know, my roller coasters, as you know, as you put it, through my young
How old are you
adulthood.
now, Dom?
I'm 29 years old.
29, good-looking guy, 29 years old, got the life to his fingertips, and now he's going to go and grab it. And the reason why I'm here is because he's changed his life, and he wants to make a negative into a positive. So let's touch upon it a little bit more about where you were and what your goals and what you want to do now.
All right, so you know, and I look at it like this, like especially when I was locked up, and I would see and I talked to a lot of people, because I already knew, like I had the childhood growing up where I had the potential and I had good family and everything that you would be like, you know, why would this kid go in a negative or wrong direction? But that's just the whole point. With addiction, it does not, you know, it doesn't pick and choose. There's no
Race.
There's
You could be black, you could be white, you could be wealthy, you could be poor, you could be living anywhere in this world. It's irrelevant. There's no levels of, there's no prejudice when it comes to addiction.
Exactly, yeah, no prejudice. And, you know, so you would think, you know, how would that kid get into what he's gotten into? And exactly, you know, when you put yourself in those positions, you know, it's easy to get stuck, it's easy to get trapped and think that, you know, the world is going to crush down on you and that you're not worth it or you're not valued. And, you know, that's where I was different, because I've always known my potential. I've always known there was something there, that this success, and I've been studying success for such a long time. I had spent, and I think that this was really the difference between success and not success, because I did something that most people would not do, and I used my time in jail. I took that year to really dig into every single thing that was going wrong with my life, you know, really scrutinize it, really delve in. I spent my time reading books. I read success books. I studied people who had success, and I'm trying to figure out why, even back then as a child, when I tried many businesses, I've always done businesses. Growing up, I've been in the entertainment field for years, probably since, you know, before my parents, since before it was a business and it was just a hobby. As, you know, 5, 6 years old, I'm doing this, writing books and making music. And it brought me into a life, and I had that party rock star lifestyle that I, you know, so idolized, and it had gotten me to a point where I was really living a double life at certain points, and I'd be seeing people like you, and there's all this opportunity, but then behind closed doors, I would go back into, you know, the prisoner in my head, you know, that
Right.
person that was stuck in depression and anxiety and, you know, just not happy. You know, it was really, you know, I wasn't happy with myself, and, you know, it was things that I had to work on in me.
Well, you know what? If you listen and watched his passion, how he explained what he did when he was incarcerated. I mean, I talked to him many, many times on the phone when you were in, and he studied. He made his negative and positive. He made his time in jail educating himself about his vision, about your dream. I pull you, we spoke on the phone with your mom and dad many times, and I'll tell you guys, nothing came out of his mouth about a plethora of ideas. I mean, concepts. JD, when I get this and when I get out, we're going to do this. And because of his dedication and because of his faith in himself and in God to change his life, you are part of my team, which is the East Coast Blues Competition. He's part of what we're doing with the
Also,
Blues.
though,
And your mom and dad. Before that, you were involved.
Yeah.
Before that, you were involved. But what made it really clinch me was your passion to change your life, to really make your negative into a positive one. And you have a niche that you will fill, part of the ECBC, which is the East Coast Blues Competition. And your folks, your dad is a phenomenal behind the camera, we call him the eye. I mean, he's incredible. And your mom, I mean, so that's why we're here.
Yeah.
And to take what happened in your life, dust your shoulder off, stay focused now, and here we are talking about a new business that he's spearing and heading.
So, yeah, I mean, one, not many people are lucky enough to have a guy like you on the other side of that phone giving them support, and that definitely meant a lot at the time, because a lot of people don't have that. And like I said, I would go in there and I talked to a lot of people. You know, I've actually sat down and wrote out business plans. Whether those people are going to use them is up to them. It's really about, when I decided to make the change in my life, like I knew that there was one thing I'm doing, one thing and one thing only, and that I'm going after something, and I knew I had to put in the work. I knew exactly what I wanted. I knew I had the passion, and I knew I can make it. And the whole point of this is I really wanted to do it with nothing. I wanted to come out and show people, because that's really the main idea behind this, coming out with absolutely nothing and starting something, building on that, and turning it into a success. I spent
well said.
19 hours a day. Literally, my entire, people probably thought I was nuts in there. I just walk around with a book. I did surveys in there, I interviewed people in there. You know, I had, like I said, I have, you know, a million ideas, and that's actually my downside, because I have too many ideas, and it gets me
I've told you many times.
Running.
Focus on the main passion. Focus on one or two things that really tickle your fancy, man, that really drive you. Because you've got so many things happening, you can't generate the energy and the discipline to concentrate on what really makes you tick. Whatever really makes you tick is what you have to go for. Me, for my life, it's always been music, business, with my family, my own businesses. I was fortunate, as you know, in my life to own several schools in New York, music schools and music stores and other businesses. So you got to stay focused. If you stay focused on one or two ideas and you have that passion and that drive, just put those blinders on, what you have now. What you have now. So
I did find that passion in, especially creating businesses. That's what essentially what I created is Creative Energy Media. It's a media platform, but we specifically target small businesses, entrepreneurs, and artists. And what we do is we show them marketing strategies that really generate more leads, bring in more business, and really using social media as a platform, leveraging that to communicate to their audience. Many people don't understand that this is a huge, I'm going to tell you something, and use this for your own business, because traditional advertising is dying. You know, television, newspapers, radio. When was the last time you did not change the station when you listened to a song? Then you didn't fast forward through the commercials on DVR. People are not retaining that information. Yet, every eye and every ear is glued to their smartphone, scrolling down, and you have 7 seconds, because that is all that the human attention span is going to allow. 7 seconds to capture that person and get them to retain whatever information, product, service that you're trying to give to them. And people, you know, what I really try to do is
it's all social media right now. It's all communication through social media.
You want to be a star? These are the channels. You know, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram is the new NBC, ABC, Fox. This is your outlet. This is your way to
speak. Spotify. You got Universal, which Universal Records and it's part of what we're doing with ECPC.
Oh yeah, because I don't think people understand, you know, the level of East Coast blues competition and what exactly it really entails. Because this is something I've been marketing for the past year. Even when I was away, I was you know, digging into these books, and I really want to. I want these people to know what we got going on with Universal.
Well, I had an idea about 2.5 years ago with blues music. My partner Mark Klein, who heads up one of the largest DJs here in New York, on the East Coast, 90.FM. It's a blues venue, nothing but blues music. And what we did, we put this concept together. Imagine an American Idol concept for blues musicians who don't have the level or the platform to showcase their original music. So what we did is 2 years of creation, going on 3 years now. We have a whole team, as you know, a whole board. We've got about 10 of us on the board. You're one of them. Bijou was filming over there as another, and we got a whole bunch of great people. on board. And what we're doing is we're all over 20 states. The whole East Coast, from Florida all the way up to Maine. 20 states, the whole East Coast.
Did it start 20 states, or did it just start East Coast?
It was going to be just initially, we figured maybe a few states, New York and a few states, but because the magnitude of attention and response that we've got is tremendous. So we made it 20 states. So anybody who's in the blues world, who has original music, who never had the opportunity to showcase or platform their original stuff, can now have the opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to be submitting to the East Coast Blues Competition. What's the website we have? There's several we have.
Yes, we got ecbcny.com.
Right.
Also, eastcoastbluescompetition.com. You can go onto these sites, log in, submit, send us your email. We're going to send you some really cool stuff, some information. And then check out our YouTube.
Right.
That's what they're going to do.
So the band, they can register themselves or their band, or if they're an act, or they got one or two people. As long as it's original blues music, you go onto the website, you can read all the information, and you submit your songs, 3 songs, up to 10 minutes, and you register. What we're going to do is the voters at home are going to vote. The last 10 bands that are remaining out of probably 150, 200 bands, we're guessing, are going to register. They're going to come to New York, Long Island, and we're going to provide their ground transportation from the airport to the hotel. We're providing the hotels. We're going to have celebrity judges.
Yeah.
It's going to be over 3 or 4 days. And the 10 bands that are come to New York are going to go through a blues challenge and a competition. And the last 3 bands that win first, second, and third prize are going to share over $250,000 in cash prizes, and including a 1-year contract that we just landed with Universal Music for 1 year.
Yeah, I think that's pretty exciting to just give a little 7 seconds of your attention span to come onto our site, sign up. I think that's
ECBC, the East Coast Blues
really
Competition. Nobody's doing this. Nobody's given the money, the cash, the equipment. The Angelico guitar sponsor giving us guitars, equipment, and a contract for 1 year for first place for Universal.
It's really about Long Island awareness. You know, Long Island has always had a really good entertainment scene. There's so many artists, so many talented artists, and I really think that we need to shine a light on Long Island entertainment, Long Island awareness. Because
that's right.
You're from here, you're a native here.
My family, your family. We want to bring the attention to Long Island. We want to make this a huge event, and it will be. There's going to be thousands of people coming to be a spectator, to watch the competition. Like I said, we're going to have really killer celebrity judges, and the 3 winners that'll remain standing, first, second, and third, are going to share over cash, prizes, and equipment, and a contract with Universal. It's worth about $250 grand. Nobody's doing that.
Nah.
You know, and we are. ECBCNY.com.
ECBCNY.com. Also, EastCoastBluesCompetition.com. You can check that out. As long as, I also on the subject got Entrepreneurship.com launching this week. That's actually one of the main things, because it's just been crazy, especially talking about timely fashion. These weeks, what I got done in the matter of a month of just starting this business with the website.
So you're only up for 30 days now? About a month?
About a month.
All right, so this is important. In 30 days, you and your partner have accomplished what? You got the website. You already interviewed a few people that I introduced you to.
Yeah.
You're up and running.
The whole point of this, I wanted to come out. $40 in your pocket. How do you start a business with $40 in your pocket? So I came out right from the get-go. I've already had all the knowledge, pre-done all the research on my market, on who I wanted to go for, and I wanted to target entrepreneurs, small businesses, and do their marketing, especially in terms of social media. We are a social media marketing agency, and what we do, so in that month, I had registered, I had got the DBA, I had gotten actually my first 3 clients in 3-day period. And I had started because when I came out, I knew I wanted to do marketing, but I wasn't really sure that I was going to be doing the social media marketing. And when I came out, I had done the research, and I seen that this was the best form, the cheapest way, and that all these businesses are actually spending tons and tons of money on marketing and advertising that's not effective. And this is dramatically cheaper, and what it is I'm really doing branding for them, because it's all video and communicating that message to their audience. So what I'm doing is I'm actually setting them up with video blogs, communicating that brand to their audience, targeting their audience, because on Facebook, as we all know, you can literally get the specific demographic of the people you're trying to reach. Target them specifically, so you're not just throwing stuff against the wall and hoping it sticks. You're literally finding the ears of the people. I would much rather have 100 ears of the people that are, actually interested and more likely to buy my product than 1,000 ears that are just,
And here's the key. The key is right there. That camera and that camera. That's the key. That's where it's at.
Position
it's
yourself
not TV
as an
anymore.
influencer,
Yeah.
and an expert, an influencer, and start grabbing that audience. And
so again, I want to get your partner on here. This is usually, you do the interviewing, but I'm changing it up. I'm interviewing you guys today. So one more time, tell them the name of your business and how they can find you guys.
Okay, what's up, Don Bruno? Creative Energy Media. You can check it out at creativeenergy.com, or you can go on our Facebook, Creative Energy, or The Artistpreneur. Our fan page, check it out. Don Bruno, you're watching The Artistpreneur.
Check him out.
Thank you, JD. This was awesome.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
That's great, guys.
Next victim.